Strong. Oh!
Let's talk about it. What's going on, guys? My name is Neeb. Welcome back to AROMATIX. The box, completely done. Stronger With You Sandalwood, a Middle Eastern exclusive just like the oud and the leather fragrance. Has a couple of different notes and a focus more so on sandalwood. So let's take a look and see whether or not this is actually worth your money. Well, in all honesty, I already kind of got the first impression, and it does smell like a sandalwood-centric fragrance. However, it does have a lot more of like the saffron spice. There's that metallic saffron signature scent that you'll get with a lot of the Middle Eastern exclusives. I find all of them to kind of go in that realm of more ambery, dark, rich, and woody. This one, out of the entire Middle Eastern exclusive, being my favorite one. There's a powdery nuance to this, along with that ambery and warm chestnut. And then, of course, that saffron or spice saffron giving you that Middle Eastern, almost leathery-like touch that places this in line with the other flankers that were exclusive to the Middle East, including the oud, including, leather, and then also having, I don't know if leather, was leather a Middle Eastern exclusive? I'm not sure. But even Stronger With You oud smelled like a lot of leather. To me personally, it didn't smell like anything of oud. In fact, Paco Rabanne's Invictus 1 Million Golden Oud had more of a oud smell than even the Stronger With You. It was more so leather. This, having that, coming more so from an accord, so it's not a direct note of leather, but an undertone that you'll get with some saffron, that spice as well, and powdery sandalwood. It's good. It is good. I paid about 220 bucks for this though, because of the Middle Eastern exclusive. I wouldn't necessarily say it's worth that, honestly. I mean, is it good? It's really, really damn good. I mean, it is good. And out of the entire exclusives, this is my favorite one from the entire exclusives. And it's been some time, you guys. My first impression was done probably, I would say, a week and a half ago on the short platforms, which if you guys are not following me, you should check it out. And I was kind of just like, whatever. But then I sat with it and I started to compare it to like the oud, the leather, the amber even, and this one is better than all of those. I'd say that this one has aspects from the amber, also from the oud, and then finally having that powdery sandalwood, giving you something that smells like an infusion of all three with that inclusion of powdery woods. Long story short, it's the sexiest of the Middle Eastern exclusives and the best. If this was around 160, maybe even 170 bucks, I'd say okay, but I paid 220, damn near 240 for this because of the fact that it's overseas. And you're talking niche prices at that point. So no, I wouldn't say it's worth it. If the prices come down around 160 bucks, I would say yes. Because even this in itself, in a Western realm, seems more niche than what you're used to here in the West. In the East, it's not niche. I mean, saffron, it is what it is, but you get the idea. So long story short, it is very good. It is very good. I love it. I love it personally. Is it top 5? Honestly, potentially. Potentially. We have the Parfum, we have the Intensely, we have the Absolutely, we have the Original. I would place this at number 5. I would place this at number 5, which is not bad, which is really not bad. Would I even put this above Parfum? Potentially. It's not bad. I personally love that spice. I love saffron. I cook with it. I eat it. I drink with it. I mean, yeah, definitely. If you're from Persia or from Iran, then you know all about that life. And even if you're not from Iran, if you're from Afghanistan, which used to be a part of Iran, if you're from Middle East, basically. Yeah, it's really good. Moving on to the other two, these are affordable fragrances. It's called Haydan from French Avenue. Taking a look at the presentation, it's pretty nice. And it also does look like what it's inspired by, PDM's Haultain, that fragrance. And this smells a lot like it as well. For the price, you're not gonna find anything that's better. I've compared it with Al Haramain's version. I've compared it with Al Saud version. I've compared it with Maison Arabia. I'm telling you guys, I compared it with a lot. And this is going to bring me to the conclusion, which a clone war will definitely come for this fragrance. But this has by far the closest recreation of fir. It's dry, it's very piney, but then also has a sweetness of undertone that Haultain is signature for. That addition of fir and also the praline gives it a certain rugged edge, like hair on its chest, in comparison to its sister fragrance, which I would say is Oud for Greatness. So if you know Oud for Greatness in itself by Initio, Haultain smells a lot like it as well. Where's Haultain? And here's Haultain. So both of these are sister companies, so it's not hard to understand. And if you're like a hater of inspired bys, brother, this or sister, this was inspired by this, the sister company, Initio. Wife, husband, he made something a bit more rugged, more masculine. She made something initially, and this is cream of the crop when it comes to that. And this is also excellent as well, but if you don't have the money and you want something that honestly will exceed its price point when we're talking about quality and performance, this is it. Now, in terms of how close it is, obviously this is going to lack a little bit of the richness and depth coming from some of that oud, but the highest quality portion of this is going to be its diffusivity and the high quality of ingredients that you can almost smell like a texture to, especially coming from that fir that I mentioned, dry, piney, but also that sparkling and spiced saffron. This is incredible stuff, and so is this. This is 320 to 350 bucks, and this is around $50. So what you're gonna end up with is still something that's like 90% close. 90% close. There are still some people that 10% is still worth it and worthy, and I don't blame them, because ultimately there is this certain level of richness and depth that you'll get with this that you'll get pretty close to, but it just won't fully capture. And it's gonna be, in this case, the richness of the praline. Simple as that. Don't overcomplexify it. For the fraction, I would personally say that the sacrifice is worth it. And you guys see, I have Haltane. I think it's a really good fragrance. I'm a collector. I would say if you still want Haltane, get it. But if you're on a budget and you can't justify it, bro, this is next level. In the air and on clothes and even up close, it smells niche, period. Moving on, also longevity for this one doesn't go anywhere. I remember spraying this and then touching the atomizer. It was on my fingers. I was walking around the entire day going like this. People probably thought I touched my butt, but no, it was actually Haydan.
Is it?
So moving on to the next one, this is called Grecia or Grecia, and the I mean, listen, I love Emporio Armani. I really, really do. And I love their fragrances, and they give you quality right off the bat. So box. And I mean, honestly, for me, it's the box anyway, but you really can't beat these presentations. And we're talking fractions of prices. It's understandable. I'm not going to go into that, spiel, because they spend millions on marketing. Johnny Depp made like 20 million.
Come on, what?
So instead of spending it on these boxes, Johnny Depp. Anyways, moving on. Grecia. I'm not hating. I'm not hating. This is a fragrance that looks like it's marketed for women, but in all honesty, I would personally wear this as well. It has like this vanilla cream and musk that smells really damn nice. White florals, musky. If I were to guess anything, I would say it's more like this fuzzy texture. So the official note breakdown of this one is going to be, listen up, because I had to literally ask them for the notes. The top of the fragrance is going to be tuberose and jasmine with incense, or as incense. And then you have vanilla, musk, fève de tonka bean, cacao. And it says that it's a creation, so not inspired by anything. And in all honesty, I don't think I've personally smelled anything like this. Tuberose and jasmine is present, but that coupled with musk and vanilla, it really just smells like a floral puff cloud. That fluffy cloud is also contrasted with some sweetness, so there's a sweet undertone to it coming from an addition of that tonka bean and the vanilla. There is a little bit of a woody nuance to it, and it's coming more than likely from the undertone of tonka. At least to me personally, I get it sometimes with tonka bean, depending on how much there actually is. So I would say that this is unisex leaning feminine, especially if you like white florals, gentlemen, and musky scents. It has, in all honesty, it does lean pretty damn feminine. I mean, I'd wear it. That's just me. Yeah, I'd wear it. Tuberose, jasmine, vanilla, and musk. Easy, simple, smells clean. If you like fragrances like musk tahara, then you'll probably enjoy this as well. Gentlemen that know what musk tahara is, or white musk, then you probably enjoy it as well, with a floral touch and sweetness. It's not gourmandy, but it's sweet. You get it. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. This was the latest unboxing fragrance haul. Stronger With You Sandalwood. I bought it on eBay. And these two fragrances by French Avenue Gracia and Haydan. Let me know down in the comment section if you think this is worth it at around $200, considering that it's an exclusive. Also, whether or not you're interested in Grecia or Haydan. You can also find both of these fragrances on shoparomatics.com and many more authentic, 100% real, straight from the source fragrances at some of the lowest prices. My name is Neeb. Thank you for tuning back in Aromatics, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.